What's going on, everybody? It's Tom.
And it's Jamie. Welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast.
The Chronicles of 2000 Trees 2024.
We're CLT DRP. I'm Daphne, I play the drums.
I'm Scott, I play the guitar.
I'm Annie, I'm singing.
Yeah. Phenomenal. Thank you so much for joining us. We massively appreciate it. So, how was your personal Friday treating you?
Well, for me, I arrived this morning, so I'm a bit more fresh than these two for sure. I'm very excited to play. Just happy to be here.
Yeah, Annie and I are struggling a little bit. We got a bit carried away. We said we'd be sensible, we're like, be professional, got to play on Friday, but got carried away. And but you know, that's festival life.
It happens at the end of the day. Yeah, exactly. It gets always like, we'll be really good. Wait till we play. Just be really... Fuck. Game over.
So yeah, it's going to be... We've got to make sure we bring some wild energy now to the set.
This is good. I need this. So.
Yeah, we'll keep feeding as much as possible. So obviously you're yet to play. Are you excited to?
Yeah. Super excited, yes.
I'm nervous.
Why?
Because I'm excited but nervous. You know when you get like a little pit in your stomach?
Yeah, I think that's a good thing though, obviously, because it means you give a shit.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good thing to have. If you're here like, yeah, be alright.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
No, definitely.
Like, you know. So I know you're going to go full force, go full into everything, so it'd be incredible. With a CLT DRP show compared to a festival show, do you change up the set list accordingly to, like, if people aren't so familiar with yourself, say, you might just drop all the fucking bangers just for the festival set? Is that what you do?
Yeah, sometimes we do that, yeah. I think for headline shows, it's a bit more, obviously you get more time.
Yeah.
So we can get more songs in there. Maybe some songs that might be a bit more, just not as heavy.
Okay.
So festival specifically for today, we sort of like rejigged the set list quite a bit. Got a couple of brand new unreleased songs in there. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What, the
Whole
lyrics?
interview. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm excited. It's fine. Okay.
Little tequila before we go on.
So, as a podcast, we're ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Are you aware of the foundation and the work, the story?
To be honest,
No. So, I'll be honest, it's not a heartwarming story. Basically, back in 2007, Sophie and her boyfriend were walking through a park on the way home from a night out, and they were basically jumped by about 5 kids, and Sophie unfortunately lost her life. Her boyfriend fortunately woke up from his coma, and his life has never been the same since. And this all happened simply because they're goths. No other rhyme or reason. They didn't know these kids. They were literally walking through a park on the way home, and that's what happened. So we're sort of talking to people today because we're here at 2000 Trees, we're a big alternative community family. Finding out, have you had this experience yourself, being treated differently, had stereotypes put upon you, just because the music you listen to, the way you dress, whatever it may be, being part of this community?
For me, like more when I'm back in my hometown, like Southampton, like you would get that a lot, but that was very more like, that would be so like, how do I put it? You wouldn't have to stray very far from what is the norm, as it were. Like you could just be wearing white boots, and that would be enough for someone to go, white boots, you twat, or something like that. Or like, you know what I mean? Like something silly, like shouted out of a car. So there's like that. But I think you, Annie, have had, even in, I was going to say like Brighton is much more like easier, like you can get away with just being more like whatever you want to call it, alternative. But you even had some like confrontation.
I mean, it's kind of. It's honestly really different. As in, like, I got from Toronto, which feels progressive, and it's a big city, but I've had like things happen. But in Brighton feels progressive, where it's like you get the wrong person or something. You know, I don't particularly dress goth, but like sometimes if I look androgynous, or like someone sees some tattoos, or like I've got a trans rights tattoo on my leg, which I have a lot of people actually give me shit about sometimes. I had some people like. I guess you could call it gay bashing. I had someone really rinse me for being gender fluid. But it was like a funny thing because it's like you don't really, that's how you perceive someone, right?
Yeah.
So that was really interesting. I was like, I'm in fucking Brighton, what's going on right now? I was like, Jesus Lord. But it was really it was quite scary. But yeah, and this happened more than once in my life. But
I mean, I come from Greece, a very small town in Greece, and Greece is not very progressive with stuff generally. There's been growing up, like I was very androgynous, very sort of like tomboy, very sort of like just not feminine or like the normal sort of like girly feminine thing you would expect. So I got loads of people just judging or like going out and like trying to go into a coffee shop and people like look at me from like top to bottom as if like I feel like, is my shirt like dirty or something? I feel so why are you looking at me like that? What's weird about it, you know? And then especially when I didn't cut my hair short for the first time, people always thought I was a boy. Never thought like to just check. It was always like addressed to me as a male. And in the beginning, I'm obviously being 14, 15, I was like, I'm not gonna correct you because whatever. But then when I would, people will go, oh yeah, now that I see your eyes better. Yeah, you look like a girl. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then I stopped correcting them because I was like, I can't be fucked to go through this process of like you trying to fake that you give a shit about what you say. So it's been
I had the exact same on the opposite end. I grew up with long hair, and I used to even like going to see my nan. Like people she lived with in the home were like, "Oh, is your granddaughter here?" I'm like, "Fuck's sake!"
Yeah, literally that exactly thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I've had it with my parents being out. And they go, "Oh, is that your son?" Knowing that they have 4 girls as children. And then obviously I felt terrible because I was like, "Oh my god, they must be so embarrassed. I'm terrible or whatever." So you sort of internalize that sort of stuff quite a bit. But anyway,
yeah, I get it completely. But obviously that was back when we were young. What happened to Sophie's 2007. Now you fast forward to 2024. Do you think it's got easier for people part of the alternative community to be themselves, or is there still work to be done?
I think it keeps evolving what the issue is. So
Yes.
I'd say like being a goth now is probably much more accepted anywhere. This is my off the top of my head. I'm not saying this is statistically true, but I feel that's the case. But then you've now got things with gender fluidity.
Yeah.
That's like the new thing that's come about that people are having issues with. So I think like it's just evolved into like a new thing that people are uncomfortable about.
Yeah.
But so I think like before it was you wear a hoodie with Slipknot on and it was like, oh goth. And he's like, I'm just wearing a hoodie. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. So it's like So
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Like, you're absolutely right though that people always seem to find something to hate on people for. I'm like, just let people live their lives for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's the idea that like you're scared of people not fitting into tradition. So whatever that tradition looks like, it's like you're scared of that thing. Whether it's a goth, whether you're trans, whether you're fucking not like a cishet person. Like it's I don't know. People pick and choose what they want to get mad about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a weird world we live in.
It also depends where you are still, doesn't it, in the country? You can't like we get a bit in our bubble in Brighton, like you say, so you think things are kind of moving forward a bit and then not saying that Brighton's perfect, but it's compared to some other places. So it depends where you are.
I mean, for me, I feel like I live 2 different lives because I like when I'm in Brighton, I feel so like I don't even have to think about twice about being myself and like introducing my girlfriend as my girlfriend and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And like you go back home to Greece and it's all just like flipping the coin. It's completely different. I have to then suddenly be very conscious of like people talking about me or like asking me, oh, so are you with Alex in England? And I have to say, yeah, my friend. No, actually, she's my girlfriend. Why am I saying that? She's my, you know what I mean? Like, then that's in 2024. So it's like. Depends where you are in the world, it's all just different. But
Absolutely.
It's true that what Scott said, Brighton is such a little bubble. Even just leaving Brighton and going up north slightly in England, it's all just different.
I think you're right, but it's like we're talking to people and they're saying like a lot of the trauma they had and the bullying was when they were younger. But I think a lot of us have carried it with us, not really knowing it. Because when you, like for instance, you say like, oh yeah, my friend, or like, I'm in a band, or sort of band you're in. Oh, well, we play music. It's like you don't want to admit it because you're worried something's going to happen.
Yeah.
But bringing it back to yourselves, you released your single Until You Showed Me back in February now. I suppose the big question is there more music on the way?
There is.
There is.
There is. We've been very creative lately. We're having lots of fun in the rehearsal room, just writing some new tunes. We just feel very lucky to have the time to do that. We haven't been as busy with gigs this year, but I think it's like a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Because it allowed us to just just get together a bit more in a practice room and just let loose and have fun without like we need to figure out the set for this show and like practice this or like play the things, same things over and over again. So I feel we all needed that creative outlet quite a bit.
Definitely.
So yeah, there's loads of new music to come.
Absolutely wonderful. Guys, thank you so much for sitting down and chatting to us. It means the
Thank you for
absolute
having
world.
us.
Best of luck with your set. You're gonna smash it. Stop being nervous.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're gonna come
Thank you very much.
Nice one, yeah. Cheers.
I appreciate it.